Hello and welcome everyone to day one of our Freedom Workshop. So this is something that Spirit had guided me to do during meditation. It's just 5 days and it's going to be a 30 to 40 minute broadcast, maybe a little bit longer depending. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about how we can begin to be free. And of course, like I said, this is a free workshop. You guys are going to be getting a card that's already been pulled. You are going to be getting an ACIM lesson that you can practice at home with, and as well as a practical tool you can also use. So, I like to give you guys all the tools I can to assist you. And I want to say hello to everyone coming on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for wanting to realize that you are already free. I am so happy to see all of you here with me. If you wish, you are more than welcome to share this out to your personal page or to any groups if you so desire. All right? So thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, this is going to be a weekly series for this week, starting today and all the way until the 5th. And each day is going to be a discussion. Each day we are going to have an ACIM lesson. Not always a card, but at least a lesson. So today's topic is all about freedom from the past and from the future. Amanda, thank you so much for sharing. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. So if you guys are ready, we are going to jump right into this. Super excited. So why do we believe that we are bound to the past or bound to the future? We believe this because this is actually the ego's chief device to say, oh, well, you can only create from your past experiences. Hey, Shirley, thanks for joining. Or you can, hi, Corey, thanks for joining, and thank you so much for sharing. Very much appreciated. And you can only project forward into the future. The ego never recognizes the present moment of now. It just doesn't. Hi, Maggie. Thanks for joining. So the ego never recognizes our present moment, the present now. It always tries to color the present moment either with the past or with trying to create a future, which makes us bound in time. And that's always what it's doing. It's always trying to convince us that whatever we see is always the past. It's never the now moment. So I want to give you this example. So let's say that you are going out somewhere and a situation begins to unfold that looks very familiar to you. Let's say it's a building that you've been in before, and let's say it's with people you've been with before, and let's say it's behavior starting like they have before. Your mind is already, your ego brain, your personality self is already starting to interject and say, well, this is going to end the exact same way that it did last time, which actually this message that I'm giving goes perfectly with the message that I gave this morning for my miracle mindset, which is do not believe that you know anything in truth. So your mind is already saying, well, I already know what's going to happen based on the past. It's saying, well, I'm already going to determine not even the present moment. I'm going to determine the future because I'm saying that the future is going to be exactly like the past. What we have to be willing to do at any given moment in time, and notice what I said, any given moment, that is the key here. Any given moment, we have to be willing to see things differently. Be willing not to color the perception of the present moment with the past. And I know for some that can seem like such a tall order. Like, how can I possibly, not see the past, in this situation? Well, the way that we don't see the past is simply by being here and now. And I want to actually give you the card, like I said, with this beautiful affirmation to help you remember. So here's the card. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is called the Here and Now card. And the affirmation is, I live in the here and now, always conscious of my active presence within the universe and of my work on earth. I choose to live in the present moment. I am aware of what I create with my thoughts, my words, my deeds. I trust, for I know that all comes to me at the right moment when I am ready. Okay, absolutely beautiful. And that's what we have to remember. See, notice with this card, all that divine information coming in and being dispensed through that heart space. We have to be present to receive the information from the divine. We have to be present so that way we don't color the present with the past. Okay? Like, Oogway said in Kung Fu Panda, the past has already happened. The future is a mystery. All we have is the present. And that's why it's called a gift. Because you have the gift in this moment to choose again. To say, you know what? No, I am not going to make the same decisions that I made then now. I'm going to choose something different. I'm going to be in this present moment. Now, how can we start to really be in that present moment? Hi, and thanks for joining. So how can we really start to be in the present moment? One surefire tool I have found that has always worked is to literally name 5 things in front of you. When you start to see your mind projecting to the future or going to the past, name 5 things that are right in front of you. I see the loving messages from Jesus cards. I see a unicorn. I see, this. I see that. And that's what we need. Oh, I'm so sorry that the kids are right now testing you. But remember, they're not testing you. All they're doing is being a reflection of you and your belief that whenever you try to watch something, that something always is going to happen. So right now, this is your perfect opportunity to name 5 things that are right in front of you. Name the kids that you see. Name what they are wearing. Be present. Be now. And then you know what? Once again, you can always come back and watch this later. That's the beauty of Facebook. You can always come back, but name it. Be right here. Be present as you can in whatever way. It doesn't mean you're present with me. It just means you're present in your moment. And that's what I want to express to everyone. Be present in your moment. Whatever that may be for you. Be present. Be now. Like I said, name those 5 things in front of you. And once you've named those 5 things in front of you, guess what? Name 5 things you're grateful for that are right in front of you. Bringing you back to the present moment. Bringing you into gratitude. Bringing you back to that peace. Is this like remembering to be where your feet are? Yes, very similar to that. Exactly, it is. Just remembering to be present. To be now. Hey, Jenny, thanks for joining. I am present in my moment. Beautiful, Shirley. Fabulous. And, when you're present in your moment, you know that you are. And here's the sign that you know you're present in your moment. Time doesn't make a difference. That's how you know you're present, because you're not pressed for time. Because your moment is yours. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. You are present. And that way, you're not trying to project into the next moment. Okay, what's my next moment going to bring? You are so present in your moment, in your mind, that you don't care what's going to happen next. You're flowing. You're just flowing to the next moment without the thought of trying to make it happen or make it be anything. So that's a sign that we can say, oh, wow, I'm really being present in my moment. Oh, right now, my cat is sick. And since, of course we will, Elizabeth. Yes, of course. So thank you so much for joining us. And we'll be more than happy to send prayers over to your cat for their well-being and for their quick recovery. And so that's what we have to always remember, is to be that present. Thank you, Kimberly, for sending off that energy to Elizabeth's cat. We greatly appreciate that. And so that's where we need to be with this. Like I said, we are free. Okay? Excuse me. What tends to happen is we don't believe that we're free. We believe that we are bound to time, space, this, that. We all believe that we are, surrounded in that way of, I have this to do and this to do and this to do, all the things that are coming up. when we're present, when we just allow ourselves to be in the moment, to be present, to be here, to be now, everything just tends to flow a lot simpler, a lot easier. It doesn't mean that there's still not going to be things that come up, but you're not going to be so distracted by them. You're not going to be sucker punched, by them, because you're going to be so present. You're going to be so now, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to read you the Course in Miracles lesson that I'm going to invite all of you to practice for tonight, tomorrow, however you want to do it. And it is actually lesson number 9. And I know for a lot of people this is going to sound crazy. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. I remember when I read lesson 9, I was like, whatever, Course in Miracles, Oh, that's wonderful, Shirley. I'm so glad that you retired Friday. So congratulations to you. And yes, just being present, being here, being now, letting the moment move you. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and let's read a little bit of lesson number 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the 2 preceding ones, but while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that you will be willing to do, unlikely that it will mean anything to you as of yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing the false idea. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is different for the untrained mind to believe that what it sees to picture is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet, that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of your mind that has been cleared of the debris of its darkness. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for today to whatever you see, remembering the need for its discriminate application, and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. Begin with things that are nearest you. Then extend your range outward. I do not see the coat rack as it is now. I do not see the door as it is now. I do not see the face as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion should not be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. Okay, so that is your practice. Your practice, either for tonight or tomorrow, is to look at everything first within your immediate vicinity and just say to yourself, I do not see this object as it is now. And then, as you do that, then you're going to extend your awareness. I do not see, those plants are as they are now. I don't see that light post as it is now. We are programming ourselves. We are reminding ourselves that in truth, we are not seeing reality. We are not seeing the present. We are seeing the past. We are seeing our projection of the past. And once we begin to realize that that's what we're seeing, then a whole new world is going to open up to you. And it's going to help you to be more present. You know, just, I love to use this example. You know, if you have a friend and that friend is always late and, you know, habitually, and you invite them to a party, you're going to see what you believe is going to happen, that they're going to be late, because that is what you perceive them to be from the past. It is not from the present moment. It is from your past perception. And the same thing goes with everything else, you know, like the loving messages from Jesus. This is just a deck that I happen to have out from a reading previously today, but, you know, I do not see the loving messages from Jesus as they are now. I don't see them as they are now. What I see is my past perception of them. And I have to be willing to be like, okay, I don't see this as it is right now. I'm seeing the past. I'm seeing all of my ideas about it. This is a deck. This is my Doreen Virtue. This is a deck that I use to help people understand a little bit more about A Course in Miracles. But that's my perception. Okay? That's my past belief. And I have to let all of that go and say, you know what? I'm going to allow Spirit to inform me on what this is now. Not what I think it should be or what my mind tells me it was. And that's the whole point of this, is to stay present, to be here, to be now. And so right now, before I go any further, I want to open it up to questions, because I know after reading that can bring up a lot of different thoughts for you and a lot of different things, and sometimes it can be really confusing. So if you are confused about what we have just discussed, please put your question into the comments and I will do my very best to answer it. Like I said, this is going to be a 30 to 40 minute workshop each day. So I'm always going to open it up for questions, and then at the very end, we're going to do a tapping. And tapping, or EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is what we're going to use to help to kind of free some of the energy that we have in the past and free it up for us in the present moment. So if anyone has any questions about what we have just discussed, or if you're just like, I don't know if I can do this, put it into the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions to the best of my abilities. I always try to explain things as thoroughly as possible so you have the best understanding possible. So while I wait for that, I'm going to say hi to everybody who's coming on and say, if you would like to share this, you are more than welcome to. You can share this out to your personal pages or to any groups that you would like to. This is free. I'm not charging anything. I'm not asking for any donations. This is just something I've been guided to do. So this is what we are going to be doing. All right. Oh, hi, Versha. Thanks for joining. Hi, Marlene. Thanks for joining. You are welcome, Kimberly Young. I hope that all made sense to you. I struggle with the moment of practicing this as it's real now. What I see and do. How do I change that? Hello, Melissa. So Joanne said, I struggle with the momentum of practicing this as it's real now. What I see and do. How do I change that? Once again, this isn't what your question is saying to me is that you're trying to understand. Okay, well, what I'm seeing isn't here, isn't now. This isn't about understanding it. This is just about applying that lesson. It's not about understanding it. It's not about trying to say, okay, well, this isn't here now. It's just about saying, I realize that I'm not seeing things as they are right now. I'm not seeing things as they are right here, right now. Everything that I'm seeing is actually my past perception being brought forward. It's not about, right now, this is just a gentle way for you to begin to unwind your mind. This isn't about you doing it right here, right now and saying, oh, I understand everything. This is just that gentle reminder and saying, you know what? I don't know right now, but I'm willing. I'm willing to see it differently. I'm willing to realize that I'm not really seeing the present moment as it is. I'm still realizing that I'm seeing my past perception on this object. And I hope that makes sense to you. Ron, I am sitting here watching you on my phone. How can I say I am not really seeing this? It's, once again, it's not that you're not seeing it. You're not seeing the present. You are seeing your past perception of me, of what you believe that I bring, or what you believe that I do, or what you believe my face even looks like, or what you believe my eyes may look like. You're not seeing me in the here and the now. You're still seeing me from a past perception of a physical body. And that's where you are seeing me from. Instead of, because if you were to see me here and now, just like if I were to really see you here and now, I wouldn't see a camera. I wouldn't see a lens. I wouldn't see your picture. I would just see a ball of light, because that's what you are. That's all I would see. I wouldn't see a deck of cards. I would see light. I wouldn't see a thing of essential oil. I would see light. I would see the truth behind everything. And right now, I'm not seeing the truth behind everything. I'm still seeing things as I believe they are. Does that make sense? Okay, so Melissa says, like my child playing, I just assume they are next to each other and going to play. So that's why my brain perceives them as playing, because they're always, yes, beautiful. Melissa, that is a fabulous example. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you. Yes, starting to understand. Wonderful, Joanne. I'm so happy. This is just what makes my day, when people, like, it clicks. And I love that. I love that it's, even if it's a beginning of understanding, it lights my heart up. It really does make me so happy, because what I'm doing, and like I tell all of my students, and you can ask Shirley or Cynthia or Jane or Karen or anyone else that I've mentored or done a class with me, the one thing that I love is to be able to see people get it. And I'm always teaching myself. So if you're beginning to understand it, that means I'm beginning to truly understand it. That's it. Hey, Deanne, thanks for joining. When you change your perception of seeing things. Yes. Hello, Jamie. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. So that's it. That's all we're doing. We're just shifting our perception, and we're beginning that slow shift incrementally. Just being like, okay, I'm realizing that I do not truly see things as they are. I just got on now. Are you talking about seeing the energy of something rather than the perception of that thing? Well, right now we are talking about seeing the truth, not even the energy. We're just saying, I want to see the truth of something. So right now, you may see the physical body, but the physical body is not the truth of who I am. And it is actually a past perception of believing in that you are just a body. So you believe that others are just bodies. Now, as our awareness begins to expand, we do begin to see the energy around someone. But even that energy is not truly the truth of who they are, because we are all equal. We don't have, in truth, and I know this may come as a shock to some people, but in truth, your aura is pure. It's pure white, it's pure gold, whatever color you want to ascribe to your higher consciousness, that's what it is. Because you are pure love, you are pure light, you are not, pure darkness or pure this or pure that. You are pure love and light. So, thank you. I do get it. You explained so well. Oh, thank you. What reading from A Course in Miracles did you read from? That was from the part 1, lesson number 9. That's what I read to you guys. We see things through the eyes of illusion and that are not real. It's the ego-based. Yes, beautiful. Hello, thanks for joining. So it's the essential of the soul. Yes, we are seeing the essential of everything. Not just the human body, not just an animal, not just a plant, everything. The typewriter, the blinds, the lamp, we're seeing everything. So absolutely beautiful. Now, are there any other questions that are coming to your mind about this that, may need to be explained a little bit more? If so, wonderful. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to give that explanation to the best of my ability. And if not, then we are going to move on to the tapping. So if you guys are ready to move on to the tapping, just give me a thumbs up in the comments or a heart in the comments so I know you're ready to move on to the tapping portion of our night. And then while I'm waiting for those to come up, so how do you get past the illusion of what we see? Feel it? It's not about feeling it. It's about realizing that you do not see. At this point, we're just realizing that we do not see anything as it is now. That's all we need to do. It's not about, oh, let me go to another feeling of the body. Let's just realize and recognize in our own consciousness, not only intellectually, but also from, all aspects, and saying, I do not see anything as it is now, because your eyes do not see. They only report back what you believe. And so, yes, it's just about that awareness, being aware. So Shirley is ready for the tapping. Beautiful, Shirley. And thank you so much, Roseanne P., for being here and interacting and asking these questions. I love questions. Love to be able to answer them. It's part of my joy. So tomorrow we are going to, as I wait for more people in the comments to give me thumbs up or hearts to let me know you're ready for the tapping portion, I will tell you what we are learning. Okay, beautiful. Roseanne is ready for the tapping. So tomorrow we're going to be learning about choosing again. We are going to be looking at chapter number 30 of A Course in Miracles and lesson number 24 from A Course in Miracles. And we're going to be practicing, of course, giving you that practical application of choosing again. Okay, so Versha is ready. And I do hope I'm saying your name right, Versha. And if I'm not, I do apologize. You are more than welcome to tell me how to pronounce it. Oh, well, wonderful. Well, that's all right. I took it as both. So I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are probably hearing my dog in the background. He's barking at something. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, oh, well, thank you so much. And I love yours. I love you for being here, and I so appreciate it. I always appreciate people who come in and who are here to not just want a simple answer, but are here, my philosophy on doing readings and doing mentorships is I'm not going to give you just one simple answer. I'm not here just to give you a fish. I'm here to teach you how to fish for yourself. That's how I like to look at the way that I do readings, the way that I do mentorships, the way that I do, my courses, is I give you the ability to fish for yourself instead of me doing all the fishing for you. Because I tell people all the time, I'm not looking for followers, I'm not looking for likes, I'm not looking for, to be your guru at all. I'm just here to be that guidepost if you need it. I'm surprised in understanding that so quickly. You are what, it just meant you were ready for it. So that's absolutely beautiful. So if you guys are ready, I want everyone to just take a deep breath. And I want you to tune in to yourself. Just tune into your body right now. And I want you to really ask yourself and be very honest. Not brutally honest, just very honest with yourself. When I start to say the future, or I start to talk or start to think about the past, where do you feel that in your body? Do you feel anxious when you think about the future? Do you feel bad about the past? Or things that have happened and you're just carrying that with you, the past with you, always bringing it into the present moment. Maybe it's with relationships. Maybe it's with, the way that you handle money. Maybe it's with the way that you handle stress. You're always pulling from the past. And, just feel that in your body. We're going to start with the past first, then we'll go to the future fears, okay? But let's just start with that past first, because that's usually where our mind goes. It goes to the past. So just feel that in your body, wherever that anxiety, wherever that tightness is. And I will tell you, sometimes it's not really a feeling in your body. It's more like you get tired. And that's the ego. I will tell you that for me, that was something that would happen to me a lot, that I would get really tired when someone started going really deep with stuff. I'm like, man, I'm really tired. And that's the ego's way of trying to be like, no, we're not going to look at this. We're not going to do it. So just honor whatever you're feeling in the moment. And even if you're not feeling anything, that's okay too. Thank you for joining with us and doing this tapping to help heal the unconscious mind of humanity. Because even you doing this is sending out those ripples. So we appreciate you. Okay? So just that deep breath. Give yourself a scale from 0 to 10. 0 being, I don't carry the past with me, and 10 being like, oh God, it's like 40 pounds on my back because I carry it around everywhere I go. Okay? And you don't have to give me that number. This is just for you. Okay? 0 to 10. Okay? Beautiful. So that was my timer saying that we only have 10 more minutes left. So what I want everyone to do is I want you to put your non-dominant hand up like you're going to karate chop. Hi-ya. All right, put that up. Then I want you to take your dominant hand and put your pointer finger and your middle finger together. Put them right underneath the pinky bone, like just an inch below the pinky bone on your non-dominant hand, and just gently begin to tap. Okay, just gently tap. And I want you to repeat after me. You can either do it in your head or you can do it out loud. Okay? So deep breath. Staying tuned into that feeling of the past. Okay? And we're going to say, there are times when I carry the past around with me, and it's really heavy. There are times when I wish I could let go of the past, but it seems to be as sticky as molasses. I just can't get rid of it. There are times when I want to be so present in the moment, but the past always creeps up and tells me I can't be. And that's really frustrating. And it makes me really upset. I want to live in the present moment. Okay, we're going to stop tapping. I want everyone to take a deep breath. Okay, now we're going to go to the crown of the head. We're going to tap on the crown. Now, if you don't know how to do that, all you got to do, it's going to look real silly, but you stick your thumbs in your ears, and wherever your middle fingers meet, that's where we're going to tap. Okay, we're going to tap here at the top of the head, and we're going to say, I release all the pain, all the guilt, all the shame, and all the chains that bind me to the past. I am not my past. The past is in the past. Okay, we're going to come down here in between the eyebrows. And we are going to say, sometimes the past likes to crop up. It likes to be an anchor and carry me backwards. And I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of living in the past, seeing in the past, and not really being present in the moment. Okay? We're going to go to the side of the eyes, right here, almost on the bones of the eyes there, the temples. And we're going to tap right there, just very lightly. And we're going to say, I try so hard to live in the present moment, but the past just seems to always be present, always wanting me to look at it. All the readings, all the teachings always say to be present, but it's so hard. I just don't know if I can. And that's really upsetting. Okay, we're going to go right here on the cheekbones, right underneath the eyes. And we are going to say, but I know who that voice is that's telling me it's impossible to live in the present moment. That's my ego. It's my lower self. It wants me to stay in the past because that's where it has power. It has no power in the present moment. Okay, we're going to go right here underneath the nose, and we're going to say, the past does not define me. The past is not even within me. The past is just that, the past. I do not need to bring it with me. Okay, we're going to go here on the chin. I do not need to bring the past with me. Okay, we're going to go here on the collarbone. You can either tap the sides of your collarbone, the center of your collarbone. It's whatever's convenient for you. And we are going to say, I do not need to bring the past with me anymore. I free myself from the bonds and chains of the past. We're going to go here over the heart, and we are going to say, my past is just that. It is just the past. I don't need to revisit it. It has nothing that I need. It has nothing that I want. It is the past. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side of the chest. And we are going to say, I lay the past down. I lay down all of my preconceived notions. I lay down all of the past knowledge. I lay down all of my old perceptions. I lay it all down. And I'm going to allow Spirit to inform me on the moment. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to ask to see this in a new way. Even if I don't know how, even if it feels stupid or silly, I'm going to do it because I'm dedicated to seeing and living in the now. Okay, we're going to go up to the top of the head. I release all the bonds, all the chains that keep me in the past. I am willing to see things differently. I invite a new way of seeing. Okay, everyone, deep breath. All right. So, oh, no worries, Cynthia. No worries at all. So, excuse me. So, how are we feeling now? What's going on? You know, do you feel, and you don't have to tell me what number you were at, but you can just say that you went up or you went down, you know, whatever is convenient for you. And if you didn't get all of that, because apparently a call thing came through that I didn't even see. But yeah, no worries. So if you feel better, that's wonderful. If you didn't see the whole thing, that's okay. It's recorded here, so it should do all of it. Wonderful. I'm so glad you have a good feeling. Fabulous, fabulous. Wonderful. Fabulous, Deanne. Yay, feeling awesome. I love to see these. Feeling awesome, feeling great. I'm so glad that you were committed to doing it. It just, all those yawns were our good friend, Mr. Ego, coming up. Saying, no, 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 don't do it, Karen, don't do it. You're too tired, you can't do it. But you did it, and I'm so proud of you. I've done tapping before, it helps. Actually, I'm literally in the process of letting go of the furniture and emotional about it when it came on. Oh, beautiful. Feeling tired, that's okay too. That is perfectly fine that you are feeling tired. Just means that you did your job. It means that you let some stuff go emotionally. And I'm going to tell you all, this happens a good majority of the time that I do tappings. After the broadcast, number one, I have to pee like a Russian racehorse. And I just consider that a way of detoxifying. I just consider that whenever I'm done with a tapping and I'm done with the session and I have to pee, it just means that I release stuff too. So beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and I know because you all wanted to know that. But you know what? No pride. One thing the Course in Miracles prides itself on is no people pleasing and no private thoughts. Why not share? So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna turn off our timer here because it's about to go off because we only have 1 minute left. But I want to get through this next tapping, and we are going to do fear of the future. Okay. So once again, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'll walk you all through it again, but this time we're going to do it with the future. Okay. Racehorse coming. All right. So once again, let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath. Okay, and when we're thinking about the future, Where is there anxiety in your body? Where are you feeling that tension, that tightness, maybe that tiredness, maybe you're feeling a little ill? And that's okay too. It's just, the ego will use anything that it can to not let you focus on it. So let's just focus on it. Let's kind of just brave through it. And, if it's too uncomfortable, that's okay. It's all right. But just take that deep breath. And when you think about the future, 0 being like, I don't care about the future. I'm living in the present moment. Or number 10, oh God, the future. Panic. It's all right. It doesn't matter where you are. Okay? If you're at a 0, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining with us and sending out those ripples into the unconscious, healing not only those around you, but maybe even digging something up about yourself that you didn't know before. All right? So just feeling that, being aware of that. Okay? And now we're going to put our non-dominant hand up. We are going to get our dominant hand. We're going to take our pointer finger and our middle finger. We're going to put them in that same place, 1 inch right below the pinky bone. And we're going to start tapping, just lightly. And I want you to take that deep breath as we're tapping. Staying with wherever that tightness is, wherever that yawning, that tiredness, just stay with it, okay? And we're going to say, there are times when I think about the future and I get really scared. There are times when I think about the future and I'm afraid to even take a step. There are times when the future seems impossible, seems terrifying, seems like I'll never get to it. But I'm realizing that the future, just like the past, is in my mind. I'm always creating it, either for the positive or for the not so positive. Okay, we're going to go up to the head here. We're going to tap up there. And we're going to say the timeline of thought says that if I have a fearful thought, it's going to manifest. And if I have a loving thought, it's going to manifest. I'm willing to let the fearful thoughts go. Okay, big deep breath. Okay, we're going to go right here to the eyebrow point. And we are going to say, I place my future in the hands of God. Or you can say in the hands of love or the hands of my higher power. Whatever you would like to say, whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay, we're going to come down here. We're going to say it again. I place my future in the hands of God. And we're going to come down here to the cheeks. There's a part of me that believes that the higher power doesn't have my best interest at heart. There's a part of me that believes my future will be full of the past, full of hurt, full of pain, full of suffering, and full of things I do not want. We're going to go underneath the nose, and we're going to say, but that's not how the divine works. God is love, and only love, and only wants what's best for me. I just have to be open to it. I have to be willing to have that come into my life, instead of always recreating the past or fearing what might be. Okay, we're going to go here on the chin point, and we're going to say, I'm tired of worrying about the past. I'm tired of worrying about the future. All it does is make me tired, and it wastes all my energy, and all I'm doing is going in a constant circle. We're going to go here to the collarbone. I am the infinite child of the divine, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole. The divine always has my best interest at heart. The future isn't something to fear. The future is something that I don't need to worry about. And we're going to go over the heart. I don't need to worry about the future because I live in the moment. And each moment leads me closer to my own happiness. As long as I live in the moment, I'll always be led where I need to go and when I need to be there. Worrying about it doesn't make it come any faster and doesn't make me plan any better. Worrying about it only makes me worry more, stress more, become more diseased in my body. And I'm tired of feeling tired, and I'm tired of the dis-ease in my body. Okay, let's go to the center of the chest. And we're going to say, I am ready to release my need to control the future. My need to dictate to the divine what my future needs to look like. I don't need to know. All I need is to be present and willing to know that the divine has my highest happiness. Always. Okay, big deep breath. All right. So there we go with that tapping. That was for fear of the future. And once again, let's remember our practical tool for this week for being present, for being in the moment, is to simply either look around the room and name, I like to name 5 things I'm grateful for. That just really helps me. I like to do that. You can just name, 5 things that, you see in your room, but gratitude is powerful, guys. Super powerful. Never forget that. And so we're going to be doing that. It's our practical tool for us to stay in the moment, looking around us, being present. What am I doing? Even saying what you're doing right now. Oh, I'm so glad that was the first time you've ever done that. I'm so glad it was a beautiful experience for you. And Deanne, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it as well. I'm so glad that everyone has been enjoying this tapping. You are so welcome. It is my pleasure. And then don't forget to go back and watch so you can review lesson number 9 from A Course in Miracles. And remember our card, which was here and now. Here and now. Okay, not then, not there, but here and now. All right? Oh, well, wonderful. And I am grateful for you as well for coming and being willing to heal. Thank you. Throat was very tight, now tired and throat relaxed. I am grateful for you. Have a beautiful day. You do the same. Wonderful, wonderful. And remember, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, and tomorrow is day 2. We'll be learning the option of choosing again. We're going to be having our practical application of that. And we'll also be reading a section from chapter 30 and also looking at lesson number 24. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.